Hey guys, welcome back. We did ATOS last night, so I thought I would do just another quick update on them just to see how they were doing. They closed up 6 cents today, so up to 57 was a close. Very nice. I thought that they may dip or stay horizontal again today, so seeing it open and go back up to that level is really nice. As you know, we had that anomalous peak and then it fell back down to the trend, and now it seems to be staying with that trend, if not a little bit above it. Let's pull out our ray tool really quick and just see how it looks with the trend. Okay, if we kind of go to that peak there. Okay, so as you can see, that's what had worried me yesterday, was that little nudge below it. So that's what I was thinking, that we might follow it some more. So I'm actually pleasantly surprised today that it is at 57. Very happy about that for you guys. And if we look at this channel here, we are doing really well. So it's going to be at the top of this channel, tested the bottom as well. We saw something similar with this on DCTH actually when we looked at it today. So I think now that it's just probably just going to keep going with this trend. Maybe horizontal, but the horizontal will still be inside this trend. That's very nice. Let's pull up a little bit of our indicators. We're on the daily chart here. Let's pull up our indicators that we like, Chond and stochastic momentum. Let's see how those fare. Okay, and there you go. Chond is showing the uptick on the daily, which is good. That means that it should start eventually reflecting into the stochastic momentum here, which, as you can see, started curving a little bit back towards the slow line, the fast towards the slow. So it's still going to be a little bit, I think, before it truly does it. But it's nice that we got a green bar on a day where it didn't exactly, they didn't meet again or anything yet. It's going to take a little bit. But it's nice to see green on the first day that it's curving back like that. I want to switch over to the 60-minute really quick and see the difference there. All right. And there, as you can see on the 60-minute, it is kind of meeting up back here, maybe towards another sell point. And we were overbought at 2 different points today and still a little bit overbought right now. So I'm not saying that it will go down. It may just actually hang out here and may go back up, kind of like it did back here, or even back here. We're just kind of, I don't know, upper house of Sydney looking right here. So I don't know necessarily what it'll do tomorrow based on this 60-minute right now. Let's look at a couple other things. But yes, this is okay. So even though it's going to go down and maybe get us a sell signal, the price is still very nice and steady in those last few hours. So let's get these out of the way. And let's just take a look at the stochastic and RSI. Okay, so stochastic is actually prepping for a buy. The short is below the slow, and it's about to cross back over. And the RSI is like basically dead center. RSI is great. We're going to have no problems being oversold looking at that, at least on the 60-minute. Let's go back to the daily really quick. Okay, and stochastic again is getting close to another buy signal. So the stochastic looks a lot better than the stochastic momentum and the Chond. They are a little bit different, which we talked about in one of those videos, but keep an eye on that for sure on the daily. That might end up being really good tomorrow if this can start that cross or get really close to crossing over and get that buy signal for us. Yeah, those look great. Not too worried about those indicators at all. And let's just do our pivot points in Elder Ray as well. Our Fibonacci pivots. Shade those in. Okay, and as you can see, that was anomalous, so that was not going to sustain. And technically on our pivots here, we are in the resistance zone still. So we're a little hot in terms of our Fibonacci pivots, but that's not necessarily a bad thing right now, as long as our other indicators and everything don't get too hot as well. As you can see here, we rode for, almost the whole month of June in a pivot on the daily here. So let's go to our 60-minute though and see how that changes. We'll go to a 2-week. There we go. Okay, so as you can see on the 60-minute though, we're well within support. Nice big solid green support box there. So there's no reason that we can't continue holding these levels in terms of the pivot points. And as you can see, though, on the Elder Ray, we were very bearish here during this whole time dropping, but now it is flipped back over, and it's not insanely strong. It's kind of going back down a little bit. We do have some bear power, but we're at least holding steady in the zone. I think this is kind of indicative of people being a little shy right now, not sure how far it's going to dip, if it's going to shoot back up now. So I think there's a bit more holding going on maybe than there was before. And if we actually, let's pull up our volume and just take a look at that. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, we had a nice big volume at 10 a.m. And then other than that big spike at 10 a.m. is pretty just flat and normal compared to the days before, where it was really big here. Let's go look at the daily though. So it was green on the daily though, and yeah, so we have potential here of holding just fine. I think if it just keeps staying green at this level, it should be just fine. And if we look at the volume going back, just look how much more volume in general there is now, as opposed to the last few months. That's a good thing. So it's definitely starting to get attention, and having that new attention and all the new volume is going to keep the price up as long as people stay in the stock. So hopefully people don't get too bored now that this big spike's done, and hopefully another one can be created for you guys that you can swing. But again, I think tomorrow we're going to be pretty horizontal on this. Nothing too crazy, to be honest with you. And let's do just a quick trend fib fan. Sorry about that. A little too low. Maybe right here. That looks a little better. Okay, but yeah, it's not really giving us much. I don't really have much of a prediction tomorrow for you, to be honest. I'll just make a quick guess that we might retest down here at 52.11, just because that's the closing point for that day, and we're still trying to figure out where we're going to settle after this. But again, seeing the jump right after is really nice, and some of those indicators are turning for a buy signal again. So I think the range tomorrow you can expect to see is around 61 to 52, just based on some previous closing prices and the general trend going up. Most likely you'll probably be on pretty much the same zone, I would guess. I don't think it's going to change too much tomorrow. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Have a good one and good luck.